Alafia family, welcome to the Ase Ire Movement Ministry. I give honor to Funlayo, the chief priestess of Ase Ire, and to all the priests of the Ile. I'm Sister Betsy, your movement leader. I'm a yoga instructor, a licensed Zumba instructor, and a lover of the body, and I'm so excited to be here spending this time with you. Drop a comment if you're here, if you haven't already, to let us know that you're here and with us and ready to share in this special sacred movement time together. As you're coming into the space, please remember to have either your water nearby or a blanket or a pillow or some props if that's in your practice to use for extra support, like a yoga block or like a book of some sort that's thick and heavy that you can lean into to get us ready for our time together. Also, please listen to your body and only do what feels comfortable and what feels possible for you. And we're going to be able to share in this experience together. And with that, let's get started. Let's settle in to our Sukhasana, our comfortable seat. And as people are coming in, a reminder to find your water, to have either some props or a blanket or a pillow or some warm socks nearby. Alafia, and welcome to all those who are coming in and entering the space together. And you might want to just move away the flesh from underneath you so you can really feel grounded in your sit bones, grounded into your floor or your mat, and ready to begin. Grounded into the earth beneath us. Wonderful. I am using a little blanket beneath myself this evening, which I invite as an invitation, a small blanket or pillow. I often find sometimes that helps to shift and release in the hips, and that allows the knees to hang down, and then it releases some tension in the lower back and also lengthens in the back as well. So there's an invitation, if that is in your practice for tonight, to find comfort in that kind of position with a little extra support beneath us. And as we come into our Sukhasana, our easy seat, we're just going to take a moment, bringing the energy inward, either closing your eyes or finding a soft gaze on the floor, finding that seated cross-legged position if that's in your practice today, letting the arms hang over your knees with the palms facing down as an invitation for grounding, or with the palms up as an invitation to receive, or just in your lap as well. And just taking a moment to come into connection with ourselves, with each other in this beautiful community, and finding just a moment of stillness, listening into the breath, noticing where your breath is taking shape in your body. Maybe you're feeling it at the tip of your nose, or maybe you're feeling it in your chest or your belly. And without judgment, but just noticing, where is the breath living in your body right now? I invite you to place your hands on your heart center to really feel and embody what's going on inside. You feel your heart beating beneath your chest, knowing that you're here in this moment, giving this gift of movement for yourself, that you are alive and you are vibrant, and you're here with this offering for you. Just taking a deep inhale through the nose, Exhaling through the mouth. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling, release through the mouth. One more, inhale through the nose. Exhaling with an audible sigh. And taking a moment to set an intention for how you want to use this time for yourself today. How you want to show up for yourself in this practice. Maybe you offer yourself an affirmation, some kind words that maybe you would offer to someone else, but that you may not always offer to yourself. We do that a lot. As an offering for you, how about you are enough, or you are exactly where you need to be? And that is a suggestion for a reminder through the practice. If feelings are coming up or you're feeling stuck with a pose or a movement, that it's enough. Exactly what you're doing is enough, and you're exactly where you need to be. And whatever affirmation or intention you're setting for yourself, let's lock that in with a gentle rub into the heart center. Deep inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, releasing to the right side. Left hand drops down towards the mat, and letting gravity in that right hand gently just pull that head down towards the right shoulder. Feeling that lengthening on the side of the left side of the neck. And if it's feeling in your practice today to extend that stretch, you can certainly lift that left hand up to the side. Palms are facing outwards to increase and deepen that stretch. Inhale and exhale at your own pace. Inhale, releasing that right arm down. Arms come up on either side. Exhale, releasing to the opposite side. And that right hand either comes down to the mat or is lifted up, palms facing out. Left hand is gently bringing that head to the side, and gravity letting it do its thing. Letting that left arm release down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release to either side. Inhale, gently gazing up towards the sky. Chin lifts up. Exhale, dropping from the top of the head. Chin tucks into the chest. Just bringing awareness to the back of the neck, to the top of the spine. Maybe feeling a sensation you haven't felt today with that kind of stretch. Inhale, rolling the head around to the right shoulder. Exhale, releasing down to the center. Inhale, around to the left side. Exhale, releasing down to center. Inhaling back up to the neutral position. Exhale, head drops back. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale, head releases down to the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling the head, chin into the chest, head drops. Inhale the head around to the right side. Exhale, taking it all the way around, releasing to the back. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, gently rolling the shoulders back, bringing attention and awareness to dropping into the back of the shoulder blades, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. So we bring them up. And then exhale, releasing them down. reverse. Inhale up towards the ears. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale up. Exhale, releasing down. And just sort of shake and roll them out on your own time. Again, just bringing attention and awareness to the upper body. Inhale, arms tee out to the side. Exhale, bringing the left hand across over the right. Feeling a stretch here in the top of the arm and the forearm. Inhale, arms open and they tee out. Exhale, switching sides. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, bending that right arm at the elbow and sort of reaching with intention towards in between the shoulder blades. If it doesn't reach there, that's fine. That's just the intention of where the arm is going to rest. Bringing that opposite left hand over to the right elbow. Gently stretching, feeling that here in the triceps. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, switching sides. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, teeing the hands out. Palms are facing towards the front, really dropping from the back of the shoulders down into the shoulder blades. Also feeling lifted up through the hips. We have sometimes done this in our mountain pose, in our Tadasana when we're standing, thinking about reaching up into the sky while also feeling grounded and rooted through the earth. And that's what we're attempting to do here, just having that intention of being lifted and yet grounded. Opening across the chest, just reaching through the fingertips. Again, inviting intention and energy. Lifting through the chest, opening up through the heart center, reaching through those fingers that they are alive and that there's energy going out. Inhale, exhale, wrapping one arm on top of the other and giving ourselves a gentle embrace. Maybe you move from side to side, just rocking your body, swaying, giving it the loving and gentle kindness that it deserves. Inhaling out the arms. Exhaling, reversing the arm that was on top. Maybe to yourself or out loud, you give yourself that affirmation, that intention, whatever you set at the top of our time together. This is the place to send it back to yourself again. Inhale, dropping the arms, come overhead, and gently floating the hands down to either side. Hands coming to heart center, checking in with ourselves again. What is coming up in the body? What are we sensing? What new energies or new feelings might we be connecting to or noticing in our body? And where maybe there is no sensation or connection, and that's fine too. That's just without judgment. We're just acknowledging and noticing what's coming up for us and what we're feeling. If you are sitting on a pillow or a blanket, just moving it away and off to the side. We're going to do a few stretches here on the floor before we come to our standing position. Bringing the soles of the feet together into our butterfly pose. Hands are going to be on the ankles and gently just pressing with the elbows to the knees. Letting them just fall wherever they may out to the sides. Thinking about pressing in through the tailbone down into the floor. Chest is going to be wide across, opening up through the throat. Our spine is going to be slightly hinged. I'll show you from the side, so that we're not curving over, but rather thinking about having a diagonal and hinging from the hips, really opening and releasing in those hips for that stretch. There you go. And then coming back up to center. We're going to pitch forward again just so that we can feel that hinge and shift in the spine and in the hips. So inhaling up, lifting up out of the hips, and then gently just pitching forward on a diagonal. Inhale, chest opens, chin lifts up towards the sky, and then exhale, now rounding and doming the spine. Head hangs over, top of the head over, chin coming in towards the chest. Letting the head hang, letting gravity take you closer to the floor. And as you inhale, thinking about the back filling up with air and with that breath to the point where it actually might slightly lift you up. And then as you take a deep exhale, it's naturally going to let the body fall. Taking a few more rounds of breath here as we just releasing through the top of the shoulders, releasing the back, releasing the head and the neck as it drops. Thinking about releasing any tension in the hips as they fall open and release. And gently, one vertebrae at a time, rolling through the back, slowly articulating through the spine. Head, chin are the last to come up. Finding that center. Wonderful. Shift into our tabletop position. Coming onto the hands and feet. Hands are stacked with wrists underneath the shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Fingers are facing forward, having a neutral spine, so you're not going to be tipped or hinged, but really reaching out through the tailbone, energy through the top of your head. And the gaze is right in between the hands forward. So the head isn't going to be looking up or down, but just neutral, looking forward. And let's just tap the feet to bring awareness and attention that we know that they're there. You might want to rock back and tuck the toes, bending and flexing them. Again, just to bring awareness and attention that they're there. Tapping out again. Spreading the fingers wide. So we're really feeling grounded. We're feeling supported. We're feeling secure in our position. And just inviting in a little bit of bending and flexing in the elbows. Again, just to reassure ourselves and acknowledge and notice that your hands are there. They're planted and firm into the mat, and they're there to support you, and you're supporting yourselves. We're going to flip the palms with the fingers facing towards us. And if that feels like it's too comfortable, you can certainly face them towards each other in the middle. But flipping the palms, stretching through those forearms, widening the fingers so we're getting a stretch here inside the forearm area. And just making some circles to bring some attention and awareness to stretching in the forearm area. And if another alternative, if this feels like it's too much, you can just do one hand at a time. So having them one flipped front and one flipped back. That's another alternative if this stretch is too deep. Because we want to go back to a suggested intention that you're exactly where you need to be. You're doing enough and you are enough. Okay. Coming back to our tabletop position, flipping the hands back in front of us. We're going to inhale, lifting that left arm for a gentle twist. Exhale, threading it underneath that right arm and letting that left shoulder drop to the floor. The left ear is to the mat as well. If it's in your practice to do a half bind, what this would look like on this side, I can show you this way, is that the arm can come around and hook into that opposite hip. Or we can just stay here. Whatever's in your practice and feeling comfortable. Remembering to breathe into the top of the back. Just going to move to the other side so you can see as we unfold. Inhale, releasing that left hand, coming up to a twist, reaching through to the top of the sky, and then coming back down. Preparing for the other side. Deep inhale, right arm comes up, gentle twist, exhale, threading the needle underneath that left arm. Right ear comes to the mat. And releasing down. Again, if it's feeling in your practice, that left arm can come around into a half bind, reaching to that opposite hip. Encouraging an openness across the chest, across the heart center. If you are in a bind, lifting that arm, bringing it back down towards the mat. Inhaling, letting the right arm float up. Exhaling, come down. Moving into our cat-cow pose. Taking an inhale, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, lifting through the chin and the throat. As the belly drops, the hips drop back. For our cow pose, inhale. Exhale, tipping again through that tailbone, doming the spine, pushing the hands away from the mat. Chin comes to chest, head hangs low. Inhale, tipping the hip, dropping the belly, chin, chest, throat, lifted up and forward. Exhale, curving the tailbone, doming through the spine, head comes towards chest. And taking a few breaths on your own to explore this cat-cow, the articulation through the spine, and maybe inviting in some additional movement of maybe looking from side to side as a part of your cat-cow, or making some big circles with those hips, inviting in more movement. But coming back to and integrating the cat and cow pose. Taking a few more cycles of breath on your own here. And on your next exhale, coming back into our table, we'll meet here together. And just sitting back into our child's pose. Hips reach back towards the heels, letting the arms walk out straight in front of us. Chest comes down low. And if you need more space, certainly feel free to widen in the knees and letting your chest and body just lay in between them. Hands come out in front. Forehead comes to the floor or mat, or you can make a little cushion and let it rest there. Remembering to breathe, bringing ease and gentleness to yourself. And back into tabletop, recentering the knees if they were slightly apart, tucking in the toes, coming into our downward facing dog. So you're going to be lifting up from the hips, pushing back, pushing the hands away from the mat as your heels drop towards the floor. And then pedaling out the feet, pedaling out those heels, inviting in some awareness and attention through the back of the legs. Maybe you also bend and stretch the legs. You can also shake the head no, shake the head yes. Inviting in movement in the back of the spine and the head. Inhale, gently bending the knees. Exhale, lifting up through the hips, dropping those heels down towards the mat. Pushing away the hands with those supported palms. Inhale, bend the knees, looking in between the hands, walking the feet up to the top of the mat in between those hands. Head hangs over. Our forward fold. Hands can be cradled, cradling the arms. You can either swing from side to side. Letting the arms release down, letting the shoulders release, head, back release, releasing the body, releasing the thoughts that don't serve us as well. Gently bending the knees, rising up, arms come up on either side. Inhale, palms kiss. Exhaling down through your heart center. Finding our Tadasana, our mountain pose. We had replicated that earlier while we were seated. And this is our opportunity to do that while standing. Feet are about hip-width distance apart. Hands come on either side. Letting our bodies integrate everything that we just did, having now stood up, not being upside down. Thinking about reaching through the top of the crown of the head up into the sky, being rooted and grounded into that beautiful Mother Earth. Rolling the shoulders back, palms face forward. Releasing through the shoulders again. And we're just gonna sort of move the chest again, articulating through that spine like we did in our cat-cow. Moving the chest out and bringing it back in. Letting the arms fall where they may. We're getting our bodies warmed up for getting to a little higher energy movement here. Dropping down to the knees, releasing back up. Shoulders rock back. Again, let's try that one more time. Inhale up, releasing down. Rolling up through the spine. Rolling the shoulders back. One more time. Inhale up. Releasing down. Rolling up through the shoulders. And inviting some movement. There you go. All right. Taking it to the hips, to the side. Other side. Stepping out. Back to the chest. Dropping down. Stepping up. Stepping in. Stepping out. Stepping wide, deep inhale. Exhale, release. And if you have a mat or something here, I'm gonna invite you to move it away because we're gonna, unless it's fine for you to be there for you, because now we're gonna take the energy up for a little bit and really get moving. There we go. Stepping front. Up. Hey. There we go. Stepping forward. Freestyle it back. Hey! Step in front. Hey! Back it up. Up. Breathing. Up. Hey. All right, how's everyone doing? Feeling more energized, maybe sweating a little. Make sure you're drinking some water, taking care of yourselves. We can do one more, let's go. All right, coming front and back. Starting off easy. Single, double. Hey! Other side. Stepping out. Let's take it up. Single, single, double. And just do what makes you feel good. Other side. Up. How we doing? Up. Hey. Good job. You guys feeling good? I know I'm definitely catching my breath here. Drink some water. Coming back to our space. If you had a mat, or if you move things out of the way, coming back to where we were. Oh, and just taking a moment here, standing with our feet wide, letting our bodies come back to a more resting place with our heart rate, hands on hips, checking in with ourselves again. How are we feeling? What's coming up in our body? What are we sensing? And coming back to the breath as always. Deep inhale Exhale, bending into that right leg. This left knee is soft, not hyperextended, just soft, but creating some space in between the legs. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, releasing again to the right side. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, releasing to the left side. Inhale, coming back to center. Chest and chin lift up. Exhale, walking the hands down the legs, finding the mat, letting the head hang. And then however is comfortable, coming down to the mat. Feet are out in front of you. Knees are bent. Arms come out in front. And releasing, exhaling down, one vertebrae at a time to the back. Hands come on either side of the body. Bringing the right leg in towards the chest, giving it a gentle hug as you're stretching out and lengthening through the left leg. Inhale, pulling that knee into the chest. Exhale, dropping that right knee over to the left side, releasing it out. That right arm, gaze is over that right shoulder, letting it release down. Trying not to let it pop up, but fall with the natural force of gravity towards the floor. Taking a gentle spinal twist. On your next inhale, gently rolling back onto your back, hugging in that right leg. Exhale, releasing down, letting it meet the left leg. Inhale, bringing that left knee into the chest, giving it a gentle hug. Exhale, letting that left knee cross over, gentle spinal twist. Gaze is over that left shoulder and left arm, letting that left shoulder drop into the floor to release down. On your next inhale, coming to the back, gently hugging in that left knee. Exhale, releasing down so the legs meet together. Bringing those legs back up, knees bent, crossing that right ankle over the left knee. Letting that right knee hang out to the side. So you're creating almost a triangle with the legs in that space. Inhale, lifting up that left leg. Hands come through. Finding that back of the thigh and gently pulling the legs in towards the chest. Releasing through your arms and through the hips, through the back of that right leg, softening, bringing attention and awareness there. Letting it just be soft. And letting the natural course of your body, allowing it to relax and find its way closer to your chest. Inhale, releasing that left leg down. Exhale, both legs come to the mat. Inhale, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Exhale, lifting that right leg, finding the back of the thigh to bring the legs closer in to the chest. Again, softening through the back of the left leg. Softening through the arms, which sometimes we don't notice if we're focusing on our legs, that we're gripping or holding tension in the arms and in the shoulders, letting those release, letting the lower back release. Hips soften, widen. On your next inhale, just gently hugging in the legs again. Exhale, releasing both legs down, finding the mat. Arms come on either side, stretching the legs out long. And then stretching the arms overhead, reaching for a big stretch before we find our final Shavasana, our final resting pose. Arms are long alongside your body. Palms are facing up. Legs are long. And maybe your feet are parted a little bit, or your ankles are letting your feet hang low or hang to the side because they're released down. Softening from the top of the head, from that beautiful crown. And just letting the tension dissolve from behind the eyes and the cheekbones and the jawline. Maybe you part your lips slightly to let the air release, and releasing through the jaw and the mouth. Releasing through the neck, through the shoulders. Maybe you feel them actually dropping deeper into the floor as they release and find their place of rest. Softening in the torso, in your rib cage, in the belly, in your hips. Softening the arms, fingers, hands. Softening down the legs through the thighs and the knees, and the ankles, feet, toes. And inviting a reminder of the breath, that when distracting or outside thoughts come into our mind, as they will, we just move them along like clouds in the sky, without judgment, just an acknowledgement. And return back to a place of focus and grounding with the breath. Perhaps you also reshare with yourself the intention or the affirmation you set at the beginning of our time together. My affirmation for each of you, that you are enough and you are exactly where you need to be. We'll have a few moments to let our body digest the movement and the experience we gave to ourselves. And when you feel ready, inviting some movement and awareness to our minds, bringing it back to our space together. Inviting some movement in our fingers and in our toes. Gently moving wrists and ankles. Reawakening the body. And when it feels comfortable, rolling over to one side, leaning on a bottom arm, bringing that front arm in front of you in the fetal position, finding this transition moment of comfort. A position that reminds us that we can start fresh or new whenever we choose. And when you're ready, using that front hand to gently lift you back up to a seated position. Finding that easy seat, our Sukhasana that we started with. Letting the hands rest on the knees or in your lap. Bringing the attention inward by closing the eyes or finding a comfortable gaze downward. Taking 3 collective breaths together, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last breath, biggest breath of the day. Inhale. Exhale with an audible sigh. And bringing your hand to your heart center to close out our practice, rubbing in some loving kindness for yourself into your heart. Thank you so much for sharing in this experience with me. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you be free, and may we all live and work in liberation. Ashe. Thank you so much, everyone.